This is not Fox, Congressman. You can't just spin a tail and pull the wool over people's eyes.
Yeah.
This is CNN. This is the news. We are asking you to come on and tell the truth. It's an alarming choice for a man who has often struggled to unequivocally denounce white supremacists. You recall these moments.
But you also had people that were very fine people on both sides.
Those words have power. They have meaning. And when Donald Trump speaks, the world listens. Neo-Nazis and white supremacists certainly listen. So why can't he denounce them? Why can't he reject their support?
And you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally.
What's your response to Donald Trump saying she should be fired, that Liz Cheney should be fired upon? He keeps speaking in these very extreme terms about the potential dangers to the country if he doesn't win in November. He's used words like bloodbath.
The collapse of the liberal media is looming, and the left has a message for the suffering media companies. Senator Bernie Sanders shared on X, if CBS caves, the belief that we have an independent media protected by the First Amendment is undermined. CBS stand tall, support the Constitution. Meanwhile, CNN and MSNBC are laying off staffers left and right. And Trump is predicting, quote, MSNBC is close to death. CNN has reached the bottom. This is a good thing. They are the enemy of the people. One of Trump's biggest foes, CNN's Jim Acosta, is also reportedly getting booted to a midnight shift from his 10 a.m. show.
Oh, this is so funny. This is so freaking funny. Our boy Jim Acosta quits CNN after he got booted. He got booted from a prime time to midnight where nobody watches his show anyways. So our boy Jim Acosta quits CNN because the new CNN chief, or whatever, their boss, is basically said enough with the derangement. Enough with being Trump deranged. Stop being such a liberal pussy. That's what he said. Stop crying about it. And, Rachel Maddow and Joy Reid, they might be next in line with MSNBC. Who knows? Who knows? Because those two are the biggest Trump deranged individuals. But Jim Acosta got the boot first. Now, he claimed to be a journalist. He was nothing but a mouthpiece. All he did was, try to make a name for himself, argue with Trump, to a point that he got his press pass confiscated for being unprofessional. And he is an unprofessional individual, in my opinion. The way he carried himself, the way he conducted himself was very unprofessional, as is most of the people on CNN and all these liberal networks. They don't question the Democrats. Democrats to them are God, are the angels that have come from the skies to save this world. Yet, they are hurting. They are hurting big, big, big time. So, let's read about this. This is amazing. Jim Acosta reveals his next move after dramatic CNN exit, and it's not on TV. It's on YouTube. I think. That didn't take long. Jim Acosta announced his new venture Tuesday, hours after signing off as a CNN anchor with an anti-Trump rant. Hey guys, I've started something new. Go check it out. Acosta wrote in a post on X, along with a video, his new landing spot with similar to the route many exiled journalists have taken in recent years, Substack. But as you can see earlier today, this was my last day at CNN, and I did want to jump on Substack live for a moment and say welcome to my new venture. I'm going independent, at least for now. He went on to rehash his comments from his farewell tirade, in which he equated frequent nemesis Donald Trump to a tyrant. So this has come from New York Post, which is amazing. You know, I've never seen New York Post write stuff like this, calling Jim Acosta a Trump deranged individual. So just like Don Lemonade and everybody else who's been booted off of CNN, the only one who was able to land something decent was Cuomo. And only because he is still deranged, but he's like, hey, being Trump deranged, being anti-conservative, being a liberal nutcase is not worth it. It doesn't make money. It's very unattractive. So he kind of had to change a position. So I don't know how fake that is. I don't know how real that is, but he was able to land a job on Newsmax, which it's still not a centrist network, I would say. I don't even know if it's a network. But this guy's going on Substack. He's going independent, like Don Lemon. Nobody watches Don. Nobody's going to watch him. You know, they're just going to boohoo, whine, and cry, right? Unlike Tucker Carlson, he started his own network, and through X, he's successful. He's more successful than he was on Fox after his exit. So, all we're gonna hear is Trump this and Trump that. But let's continue to read. He went on to rehash his comments from his farewell tirade, in which he equated frequent nemesis Donald Trump as tyrant. Don't give in to lies. Don't give in to the fear. Hold on to the truth and hope. And we'll keep this conversation going, Acosta said in the video. The former White House correspondent at CNN, who often butted head with President Trump during his first term, was reportedly slated to be relegated to the graveyard shift from his current morning slot before deciding to quit. Now, CNN did this correctly, because him being under a contract, if CNN would have fired him, they had to pay him out. So they're like, hey, we'll just boot him to the graveyard shift. He'll quit. And we don't have to pay a dime, because CNN is broke after all the fees and the lawsuits and all the payments they have to make, and you know, all the anchors they're paying them in millions of dollars, and they don't see anything return on them. They don't see any return on their investments. So this is the best path forward. So and I love this part. Acosta, who is a Cuban descent, said the highlight of his career was traveling with then President Barack Obama to his ancestral homeland to interview Raul Castro in 2016. As a son of a Cuban refugee, I took home this lesson. It is never a good time to bow down to a tyrant, Acosta said in an apparent veiled reference aimed at Trump. So when you have people like this, when you have people deranged like this, these people are not journalists. These are commentators, okay? People like Sean Hannity, he never said I'm a journalist. He's a commentator, okay? I don't watch Sean Hannity, to be honest with you. I do not like to watch Sean Hannity. I'm not a Sean Hannity fan, but he has a following, right? And I never enjoyed watching his shows. I did enjoy Tucker Carlson for an hour. He was entertaining. Sean Hannity, to me, he's not entertaining. He's very boring, and he does a lot of repetitive stuff, which I don't like. That's not for me. But Acosta and people like him are just pure deranged. Okay, they don't give you the truth. They give you a whole bunch of manipulation. They give you their feelings, and you know, when you have a slot on a news network, just say you are a commentator and not a journalist. Okay, I'm not a journalist. I'm a commentator. I comment on things. That's all I do. So I can't sit here and say, oh, I did my studies and I did my journalism. I do some research, but that doesn't constitute me being as a journalist or qualify me as a journalist. So this rage quit was a blessing in disguise. I'm glad this fool is out of CNN. CNN needs to bring some conservative minds into their lineup. like me. I would love to go work for CNN. I would give them a piece of my mind, and I would just have panels and just watch the meltdown, and I will be among those panels to throw jabs back and forth. Because if you can't take a jab from the opposite side, you don't have thick skin. That's my opinion. But anyways, this was a funny moment in history, again, where these liberals think they have the upper hand and they end up losing everything or whatever they worked for, because they just don't want to accept the fact that the Democrats, the Democrat policy, where they stand, how they think, or what they do is just not, it is just not feasible for this country. It's not. We are not a democracy. I don't understand how these people continuously throw this word around. Democracy means Marxism and socialism. Okay? Go read up on democracy, what democracy means. Okay? We are not a democracy. We are a constitutional republic. Then there is a reason we are a constitutional republic. We are the only country with the longest running constitution, that all of our our entire system runs on this constitution. The way we live is based on the constitution. There's nothing more freer than our constitution. But liberals can't handle that because they're all for censor. They want to be censored. They want to censor people. They want to cancel people. I'm not for canceling people either. I just want them canceled themselves. There's a lot of lunatics out there. There's a lot of people who are crazy. They talk a lot of crap. So, you can't always be protected under First Amendment if you are causing harm, like physical harm, not mentally, because if you're triggered because somebody said something, that is not causing harm to you. That's just you not being able to handle it. That is a lot of people that can't handle it. That's the funny part. Okay, I'm under mental stress. I need to take a mental leave day. All this, none of this existed, man. None of this works. So, anyways, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, guys. Peace out.